And now, Shooting It Straight with Donnie C. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shooting It Straight with Donnie C. I am your host, Donnie C, and I want to thank you for coming and hanging out with us, spending some time with us. Time is valuable, and you're spending it with us, which means we have some value to give to you, too, because we got to give back what you give to us, so we appreciate that. And when I say we all know there's more than just me. There's my good friend, Dave. Hello, Dave. How are you?
Hello, Don. I got a question for you right off the bat.
Go ahead, hit me.
How's the volume of your microphone doing?
Go to hell, Dave. Go to hell. I don't know how this sounds for everybody out there in the world, but Dave and I have been having some technical difficulties with my microphone, and I'm hoping I'm coming on nice and clear, not too loud. If I'm too loud, blame Dave. If I'm too soft, blame Dave.
Me.
Yeah. That's just the way it goes. So welcome to Shooting It Straight. This show is basically a podcast about having fun and enjoying each other's company and smiling and laughing. The world is too serious, and we try not to be serious here that much. We talk about some current events, new topics come up. We have some segments. On this show, we got the countdown coming up.
Countdown returns, yep.
Dave asked me a bunch of questions, and I have to get the number one answer. Not just what Dave thinks the number one answer is, but the actual number one answer. So if you've seen some of our other shows, the answers were questionable, and I had to guess what Dave was thinking, not what the riddle answer could have been.
Right, but in this case, I have proof. Like in the previous sketches, whatever, I couldn't pull up anything for proof, and you know, whatever. Yeah. Now I have the proof. I'm going to pull it up, and you can take it.
Dave's Google check. If it's on the internet, it's got to be real.
That's right.
And then we have your questions. So without further ado, Dave, let me start by saying, if you saw last week's show, thank you. And welcome back. And if you didn't see last week's show, go back and ask about it, because I was on a flight and I kept thinking, Dave, I remember you talking about the Jell-O.
The Jell-O. Yep. The Jell-O theory. Yeah.
The Jell-O theory.
Yes.
And on this flight, I was like, I really hope that the Jell-O theory is real, because if not, I'm going to go down in flames. And then Dave's going to be like, I don't know how to do the show, but I guess the Jell-O theory was wrong. So I guess fact-checking was wrong with Google again. So,
yeah, thank God I'm not flying solo this week. So the Jell-O theory held intact for you. I'm
yes,
assuming.
There was a lot of turbulence. I mean, it was up and down, up and down, up and down, but we didn't fall out of the sky. So the Jell-O theory is not just the Jell-O pudding pop with the duty and the Quaaludes.
And
right.
she didn't go down.
So. And she didn't go down. That's right. There was some turbulence, but I didn't get to sit back and relax. So that was actually entertaining, because we just did that, and I literally went on a flight, and it was turbulent as hell, and I was like, damn, I just don't know. Were
you cursing me out? You're like, because usually the flights, like, I've been out there a bunch of times, and I really haven't had any kind of turbulence whatsoever.
Usually not bad.
And so, like, were you like cursing the shit out of me when it started?
No. I was laughing. I was laughing. I was like, what are the odds that we just did this show? We talked about this theory, and now I'm living it. Like, it's one of those things where art imitates life and life imitates art. I was like, here we go. Let's see where this takes us. So it was funny.
Let's see if it holds yet.
It was so funny. But it is what it is. So, well, you know, I'm here. I made it.
Yep.
So it couldn't have been that bad. So the Jell-O theory may still be actual facts from Google.
Yeah.
Or wherever Dave got his information from, a magic 8-ball or something. Is the Jell-O theory real?
No, it's not from the magic 8-ball.
Okay.
And it's not from Alexa or anything like that. It's a thing. People are talking about it.
All right, just checking. I wasn't sure. But, you know, okay. And then we got some of your questions coming up later on. And if you have questions that you want to give to me, there's also a way that you can get them to me so I can answer your questions personally. Shoottingitstraightwdc@gmail.com. Booyah shakalaka. Right there. You send your emails in, and I don't get them. What happens is my good friend Dave over here, he gets them. And then he reads them to me, and I answer them completely off the cuff. So if you have any questions that none of your friends will answer, or you think they're too naughty to ask certain people, or you're just uncomfortable asking any of your friends, ask me. I'll be honest. You might not like it, but I'll be honest. That much I promise you. Dave, why are you laughing?
Guys, you're accurate. I love asking you all these questions because I never know where it's gonna go.
I never know what the questions are, so I really don't know where it's going to go. Speaking of not knowing where things go, let me ask you something, Dave. Last week I came up with the thing where what's on Don's mind.
Mm-hmm.
Did you think it was too far off? Because I know you had your disclaimer ready.
No, well, those were tame. I'm sure there's some in the chamber that are a little bit more on the risque thing, but I have my disclaimer on the fast
you're
trigger.
Ready to go.
Don't you worry about it.
Well, here's what I want to ask you, and it's not what was on my mind, so that's why I'm asking you. This was a topic, and it was an actual topic that me and you said we might talk about, we might not talk about on the show. And years and years and years ago, Gwyneth Paltrow had not her candy that smells like her vagina, but she had a daughter. He really is quick on the trigger with that. She had a daughter. And it smelled like a can. No. And she named her daughter Apple.
Okay.
Okay. Now, Apple is a slightly odd name, but it's a name.
Right.
I ran into a woman who teaches in Brooklyn. Okay. And we were talking, and she had some people on her roster that she had to call their names out. And one of them was a set of twins. And the first twin's name, and I wrote it down, the first twin's name was Sharon. The second twin's name was not Sharon.
Oh my God, come on.
I swear to you. She said, and I can only swear to you as much as she swore to me, but she had somebody call her up years later who was in a high school and be like, 10 years later, they called her up like, I can't believe this, but you were telling the truth. Like, she's like, yes. If you had twins, could you ever name your kid Sharon and not Sharon, or whatever it is, something and not something?
Well, I thought you were going to go the Jose and Hose B joke,
Nope, I wasn't even going with a joke. This is real. It's better than a joke. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, so don't you worry about that.
Oh, God, here we go.
But could you imagine, like, this is my daughter Sharon, this is my daughter not Sharon. Not Sharon is going to grow up, and she's going to be a fucking wreck. Like, you think about it. Who are you? I'm not Sharon.
Yeah, I'm not good enough to be Sharon.
If anything happens to Sharon, not Sharon doesn't make any sense.
Well, does if something does happen to Sharon, does not Sharon become Sharon?
I don't know how this works.
Is it a promotion?
But I can't imagine going through your life being not Sharon. Like, you want to talk about living in the shadows of somebody?
Mm-hmm.
Your name is not them.
So it's legally not Sharon.
Legally not Sharon.
So when I'm assuming you can change your name once you become an adult, right? So she should go and change that shit to just Sharon. Sharon.
Or just a Colleen. I'm not even playing. But I was like, that's ridiculous. But then there was another one.
Oh, here we go.
Now this one, it was a Hebrew name. And I'm going to try and pronounce it right. Shafid.
Okay. I've heard that. I've heard of that name before.
Okay, do you know how it's spelled?
Is it shithead?
It's shithead. Hi, my name is Shafid. Shithead. What? Are you kidding me?
I was quick on the trigger with that one.
And that's not the worst one, Dave.
Oh boy.
There was one worse that she had. And I love this one. I had a field day with this one. She told me. Sukamai.
Sukamai what?
No, Sukamai.
Oh, Sukamai.
Her last name, Pussey.
Yeah, okay.
Pussey.
Okay.
She showed me the name in the roster. I swear to you, I saw this one. I said, there's no way. There is no way. She goes, I will show you the roster. Sukamai Pussey.
Now, is this just the way our English language is brutalizing the name? Like, it's not really said that way?
It's Sukamai Pussey.
Okay, so it's just your dirty mind thinking that it's...
No, it's not a dirty mind. Pussey.
Miss Pousse? Is Miss Pousse here?
Her middle name could be Juicy. Her middle name could be, you don't know. Like, I had a field day with what the possibility of the middle names were.
Can you imagine if like you're in the air, like you were just at the airport and you heard that name coming across the
Oh my
god. Can you report to the terminal? Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah. Please, Sukama Pusai, come to the counter, please. We have a available ticket for Sukama Pusai.
100% you would be thinking that was like out of The Simpsons, Bart Simpson calling it.
100% would be all over that. That would have 100% would have been like, there's no what. Like when I go to restaurants, if I think ahead of time, if I'm with my daughter, because I try and take my daughter on daddy-daughter dates every once in a while, I'll try and change the name. Like I'll give like, oh, and what's the name? And I'll be like, Bubba, or like I'll just come up with some random name, or I'll ask my daughter beforehand, what name do you want to use? And I'll give them that name. Who cares?
Right.
Harry, Mr. Bowles. Nice. No, we don't do that with my daughter. No, we don't do anything like that with my daughter. But, but this person's legit name, Sharon, not Sharon. What's the
shithead? Shatid.
I wanted to say it right. Shatid. Mm-hmm. And Sukuma Pousse. She's French. Oh, Sukuma Pousse. Oh, crazy.
Yeah. Hey, just be happy your name is Don.
Well, you want to? You know why my name is Don?
Why?
My father wants to name me Pasquale.
Okay.
And my mother didn't want my first name to be Pasquale.
Okay.
Because they call them different names and everything else, and it sounded like a little weak in the knees of according to them or whatever else. So Don means sir or Mister. So Don Pasquale is Mr. Pasquale.
Right.
So I got the name Don just because it meant sir or Mister to title the Pasquale.
The Pasquale. There you go.
That's me. Sir Pasquale.
The Don.
The Don.
The Don.
Oh, it's crazy. All right, so what do we got in topics, Dave? You got a couple topics.
Two things trending over the past couple days.
Yes.
So apparently, this couple and they left their kids at home. I believe they went to Turks and Caicos, and they were on their way back, and they were going through airplane security or whatever, and they got flagged for having bullets in their book bag.
Okay.
So under Turks and Caicos laws, you're not allowed to have any kind of ammunition.
A lot of laws, you're not allowed to have that.
So, now this guy is facing 12 years behind bars.
Tennessee or something, right?
Crap, where was it from?
It was a U.S. thing, though, right?
It was a U.S. state, yeah.
How'd they get out of the how'd they get out of the country with ammo in their bag?
Well, and that's what I'm, I did a little research, you can travel with weapons and ammo in your suitcase, but I think you have to let them know that this shit's in there. They can't be loaded or anything like that. They got to be separated.
But if you have to let them know, didn't you know?
Right. Well, that's the thing is did he not? Because he went on a hunting. He hunted deer or some shit like that.
Oh dear.
Out in Texas.
I used to go on hunts too.
So I guess the bag. Yeah, not that for deer. I would get it. So he took the bag.
Oh dear.
I guess he put the bag in the suitcase. But my thing is how was it not caught?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think this is a made up story. I think fake news. Fake news.
It's turning into a Brittany Griner kind of deal. You know what I mean? We had to make a negotiation to get her here, and now we got to make a negotiation to get him.
How did he get out of the country with ammunition in his bag?
In his backpack. Right. Exactly. That was the first thing I was like, well, wait a minute. You got caught on the way home. Where the fuck were the bullets that way?
Right. That's why I saw this, you mentioned this story and stuff, and I was like, yeah, we'll totally talk about it, whatever. But I was like, I don't know if I buy into this whole thing. I think part of it's bullshit.
Yeah. So they sent the wife home. She was able to go home. He has to stay there. He made bail. Mm-hmm. And now he's awaiting trial for that. Are you trying to say he just wanted to get away from his wife?
Maybe he bought it there, or she planted it there.
She planted it in him? Oh, man, I didn't think of that.
She's got a little on the side.
A little side
She
action?
needed some time without the hubby. I got a great idea.
12 years sounds about right.
12 years is a good time. You come back. Would you want me to wait for you? You're an idiot. You went deer hunting. I told you not to shoot the stupid animals. And then his little head goes down to get a drink of water from the brook, and bam!
Yeah.
Do you think he really cares what color pants the man was that shot him? Do you remember that from my cousin Vinny?
No. It's been a while, but I'm sorry. I'll rewatch it again so that I can remember the funny parts of the movie. Sorry, dude. Exactly. But the bottom line to this story is, and with the Brittany Griner story, watch what the fuck you have, what you're bringing with you.
It's very simple.
Can we start paying attention to what we pack?
It's accountability, and nobody's got it anymore.
Right.
Be accountable for what your actions are. You're an idiot. You belong in the Turkish prison. God bless you. Don't drop the soap.
Oh, man. So, and then in other news, I believe it was in Brazil, right? If you read the article I sent you?
Yes.
A lady pulled a weekend at Bernie's.
I wanted to get sunglasses, and I forgot. With all the mic problems I was having, I forgot to get the sunglasses because I wanted to be...
Right now, she's under arrest for fraud and abuse of a corpse because she took her uncle into a bank.
Yeah, in a wheelchair.
And tried to get a $3,250 loan out.
She literally was holding his hand.
Yeah, trying to sign the thing. And if you don't know what we're talking about, Google woman arrested for wheelchairing a dead person. It'll pop up. It'll bring you to
that
actual video.
That sounds very detailed, Dave. That sounds exactly right.
Just type it up a couple things. It'll come up. Dead person in wheelchair.
Disclaimer 2 for this is not Google Facts.
But it brings you to the video that I sent you to prove this. And you just see the guy's hand just flop. She's trying to put the pen in his hand and he just flops back down. And she's like trying to, didn't she attempt to try to get him to sign it? And
she was literally holding his hand, holding the pen, trying to write out his name. And the cops said that he was dead for hours.
Yeah, hours before they got there.
The dude died. And she goes, gee, I don't know what we could do with Uncle Fred. How are we going to pay for a funeral? Oh, wait, I've got a better idea. Let's make money.
Let's make money. So apparently, the clerk or whatever, what gave it away was, I guess, because the head kept flopping on him or whatever. There's nothing, they're like, there's definitely something off here. And then I guess they called the cops and now she's arrested. So rest in peace, my man. But we don't know the whole story.
The family's trying to kill you, and they might have done it themselves to get the money.
Right. As of now recording, there's no, they're still doing the research to find out what the fuck happened to, how he died. I don't know if they're ever going to find out, but that's crazy.
That's absurd. That is legit absurd. I can't believe that. That's funny as hell. That's Weekend at Bernie's. And if you haven't seen Weekend at Bernie's because you're young and you don't know what we're talking about, well, good for you because you're young and dumb and full of... just go check it out. It was a really bad 90s movie. It was in late 80s, right?
Late 80s, early 90s, somewhere in that
Weekend
ballpark.
at Bernie's. The house was nice. The women were beautiful, and Bernie was... Just imagine trying to play that part, just playing a dead guy the whole time. Yeah. That had to be rough.
Not move, try not to breathe or whatever.
Pretend like you're not breathing, just...
Then they made a sequel to it, too. I don't think it was as popular, but whatever. Weekend at Bernie's 2.
Yeah, it was bad. I think, if I remember correctly, it was really bad.
Really bad, yes.
I mean, Weekend at Bernie's wasn't a great movie, but it was just funny. And we were younger, too, so it might not have... I don't know. If you have a medical card, watch it with that. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
We didn't think people were actually going to, try to do it.
Once again, art imitating life.
Exactly.
All right, well, Dave's got the countdown. You ready for the countdown, Dave?
I'm ready.
Let's do this.
We got this. stars.
I put us in space.
All right, why is that going? All right.
I'm gonna get rid of space. I don't like that.
Yeah, get rid of space. It might slow
that might
down
distract me.
It might. Yeah, you got to focus, and it might slow down my shit here, man. You know.
I don't know if anybody's aware of this. If you haven't seen the countdown before, basically what happens is Dave's got me on a clock. I've got to beat the clock. Not only do I have to beat the clock and give answers, but I've got to get the top answer on the board. That's right. The number one answer on the board is what we're going for. That's my game show host voice.
Yeah, similar to Family Feud, but, you know, whatever. Our spin on it.
Whoa. I don't want to get sued. This is nothing like
Family Feud.
Nothing like a group of people related fighting.
Nice.
You like that?
Yes. And I'm going to try to get, we did 5 the first time, and you killed that one. I did 6 last time. And I think we had about like 5 or 6 seconds to spare on that one.
Right.
So I'm going to try, we're going to try for 7.
Yes.
And,
again, if you've seen the show, you know Dave's only objective is to make me uncomfortable or look stupid.
That's right. And he keeps doing too well at this one, so I got to try to get him somehow.
I think I do a good enough job on my own. But here we are.
All right. let me get the throat going.
You get me.
Are you ready? You're gonna hit you're gonna hit the clock?
I'm gonna hit the clock.
All right. In 3, 2, 1. Name something snowman might have nightmares about.
Sun.
Name a place you stop going to when you are broke.
Restaurants. I'd say strip club, but restaurants is people's answers.
Name something that a doctor might pull out of a person.
Splinter. Yeah, I don't know. That's gonna be a
splinter?
One. Yeah, that's a bad one. Okay. I don't have time.
Name something associated with vampires.
Fangs.
Okay. Number 5. Name something you see outside that would make you want to stay inside.
Bad weather. Don't tell us the number. We know the number. We don't have time for that.
You got 17 seconds. Name a reason a person might wake up at 2 a.m. in the morning.
A nightmare.
Okay, and like it or not, name a place people have to go.
Work.
Wow, right at the...
Bah, 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 bah. Still got you, Dave. How you like them apples? Even when you're trying to delay. Oh, number 5.
I saw the time and I'm like, I'm gonna milk this out of it.
We still have 17 seconds left. Like it or not.
I'm not gonna lie. I saw how much time we had. I saw a question. I'm gonna slow down. I'm good.
I know you did. You son of a bitch. I'm over here going as fast as I can. Splinter. That's not even going to be on there. What does the doctor pull out? I'm
pretty sure Splinter's not, but we'll see.
I'm pretty sure too. But my initial thought was a whole bunch of stuff stuck in people's body,
right?
Like that they put in there. But I'm like, what could be the answer? What could be the answer? What could be the answer? And I wasn't going to be like hamster or something because I know that's not going to be number one answer either. But I'm like, all right, so let's go through it and I'll tell you some of the other thoughts that were in my head.
Okay, all right. So let's get. I got to get back to my thing here. There we go.
Get back to your thing.
Get back to my thing. Number 1, name something snowman might have nightmares about. Son, you got that one right. That's the number 1. Of course I
did. You know who I am?
Yeah, you're Don Pasquale.
That's right.
Number 2, name a place you stop going to when you're broke. You said restaurants. You got that one.
Kids on fire until...
This is when it goes off the rails.
I was thinking, it says bar and nightclub. My first initial answer was strip club. Now, I haven't been, Dave, you know me, I haven't been to a strip club in,
right,
forever.
I would give you that at number 3. I would associate that into that, yes.
I haven't, and I was like, that's definitely not the answer, but that's the first thing that comes to my head.
You would. I would expect that, too.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of you for not going.
Well, it's with the people. I'm going with the people's answers, not just my answers. It's with the people. I'm trying to be in touch with the people.
Right. Okay. All right. Number 3. Name something that a doctor might pull out of a person.
Damn it! I even said I joked about gerbil, and I was like, no way, that's going to be the number 1 answer, and there it was. I should have put my gut. God.
Yep. Baby tumor tooth bullet. Yeah. Splinter. Not even on the board for that one. So 2 for 3.
I should have went with the gerbil. I can't believe that's the number 1 answer. That in itself is horrifying. And this is what America thinks. This is what people think.
I think, and didn't that happen to like an actor or something like that? That they were allegedly
Alec Baldwin.
Right.
Not that I've ever heard it.
So
had a hamster taken out of his rectum. Damn near killed him.
So that one incident at one time that happened. That's it. It's
not
over.
Only that, how sad is it that it's gerbil and then baby?
And then baby. What do you think? Yeah, baby, then gerbil. Baby, yeah.
No, it's not baby first. Gerbil first, then a baby.
All right, name something associated with vampires. You got that one. Fangs.
Yep.
I gotta do better research here.
just know the people.
Name something you see outside that would make you want to stay inside. Bad weather.
Bam!
Jeez.
I should have went with gerbil. Damn me, I'm so mad.
Look at 3 zombies. You walk outside.
Who has ever seen a zombie outside? Oh crap! There's some zombies out there. I don't think it's safe to go out. You know what? I did see a cartoon though. The best way to stop a zombie invasion,
right? Put
treadmills outside your windows. Just keep walking on the treadmill.
Real slow. Oh, Lordy. All right. Name a reason person might wake up at 2 a.m. in the morning. You said nightmares. That's number 4 on
Damn
here.
It.
Nature's call. Go to the bathroom.
They must have pulled old people on that
one. 55 and over.
Yeah, I was thinking of a general demographic. They went with the AARP group.
Oh shit! And then, no, like it or not, place people have to go to work. You said people have to go to. You said work, which is number 2.
Okay.
Bathroom is number 1.
People, what?
Like
people
it or not,
going to the bathroom.
Like it or not, a place that you have to go. You got to go to the bathroom. That's your number. That's the number 1 place you're going to have to go to.
But
whether you got to drop a deuce or take a leak, you know,
you're upset about it. I mean, how often?
Depends on what. If you're doing a nasty number 2. Yeah, but it depends on the number 2 you're taking. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather.
I don't go in public. If I do a number 2 in public, things are bad. Bad.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that, especially if you got to do it in a. I think we've already talked about it, but especially if you got to go in like a porta-john, man. That's the worst.
I did that one time and I was not thrilled. I'm like, this is not ideal, but it was coming home after a night out or whatever, and it was like 2:00 in the morning. Like there was nothing around, and I got lucky as hell. And there was a job where they were doing some kind of construction at the house or whatever, and there was a porta-john out there. And I was like. Holy crap!
Yeah, literally.
I tell you, it was a tough one that day.
All right, so
I didn't do
good.
Terrible.
You got 4 number 1s, a number 2, and a number 4.
I got a number 2, which
number
was
2,
1, which would have been the answer correct. It would have given me a lot more number 1s.
So overall, you were on the board, and except for 1, and you know.
I'll take it. I'll take that as a win. Thank you.
Good job.
All right, very good. All right, let's go to the questions. Here we go. Shooting range. All right, welcome to the shooting range. As you can't see, a shooting range looks like it's the bathroom.
We've got a theme going here.
Bathroom stalls.
Hold on, I'm doing a little maintenance here. We have one question for today.
Okay.
From Zero Cool, I believe.
All right, Zero Cool. Thank you.
Cool. All right. He wants to know. I know exactly. I've heard this mentioned many a times. Have you ever heard of a thing called soaking?
Soaking?
Yes.
I've heard of cork soakers. Did you ever hear of the cork soakers?
No. What's a cork soaker? Cork soakers. Say that 20 times fast.
That's the whole joke. It was a Saturday Night Live skit, the cork soakers. It was an episode where Janet Jackson was in it. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's got Jimmy Fallon and a couple of other guys, and they're all a bunch of Italians who are cork soakers. He goes, I like it the bigger, blacker corks. I like it the shorter, little corks.
All right, so here's what it is. He goes, it's a way Mormons can have sex without breaking the rules. Basically, the man inserts and leaves it in. There's no in and out, or hence the soaking. And he also continues, there's some workarounds where if your buddy moves the bed. Now, I listen to the Pat McAfee show all the time.
Buddy moves the bed.
They call it, he was saying is what you do is you get on the McAfee show, they were saying you get a bunk bed. And you get the guy on top soaking, and then you get a guy called a Quaker who sits on the bottom, uses his feet, and pushes the shit out of the...
You know what I really want to happen? And this is so screwed up, and I know it, and I'm sorry, but I want him to push the bed off and have it fall down on him. I don't want it to kill him, but I want there to be a mishap where there's a soaking mishap.
A soaking mishap?
I've never heard of soaking.
You've never heard of soaking? Yeah, wow.
I've never heard, and I'm usually in the know with stuff like this.
Yeah.
Like Dave, thank you, Zero Cool. News to me.
This is the first time that I've asked you something that you legit didn't know. Like the Jello theory. Well, I think you kind of knew what that was.
I didn't know the Jello theory either. I just knew Jello.
Right.
Jello shots, Jello pudding pops,
right,
and Jello wrestling.
But this one was in your area of expertise. So for you to not know it,
sex is my area of expertise. Okay. For those of you who don't know, I am also Dr. Ruth Westheimer's grandson. And if you have any sexual questions, please do that at shoottingitstraightwdc@gmail.com, and I will answer all your sexual questions. I am an expert by chance.
He's an expert. But I'm surprised, like, if
I
it
don't
wasn't
have a
for
certificate or anything, should I make one up?
But if it was
on the wall.
If it wasn't for Pat McAfee, I wouldn't have known what the hell it was either. I would have had to do a little research to find out. But just hearing him talk about, like, there's a guy they just bought the Utah Jazz owner just bought the Phoenix Coyotes, the hockey team. Okay. So now they're gonna have a Utah hockey team. So Ben McAfee had the owner on and was saying, "Can you name it the Utah Soakers?" You know,
that would be awesome. That would be amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Now my question is, in one of the earlier episodes, the question was, "What are the rules of a threesome?"
Right.
Is this considered a threesome?
If you have the Quaker,
you need 3 people there to make this work. If you have the Quaker.
If you have the Quaker. If you don't have the Quaker, then you don't. Then it's right.
Now, saying just Quaker alone sounds like a racial slur.
Right. We're not talking about that. We're talking about, like, an earthquake kind of deal. Not
an earthquake. Now, here's my question. Why does the guy have to be underneath doing this? Why can't he just be shaking the bed? Does he really have to be underneath them, pushing?
Yeah, because if you're shaking the bed, that's not going to do anything. If you're pushing up, then you can.
It depends on the angle, Dave.
You're going to do this. If you're just shaking the bed, you're just doing this.
No,
if you quake, you're actually
this way so that the body parts go. Yeah.
So you're going like this.
What?
Shouldn't you be doing this?
Bed. Well, it's not like this. What was the thing you did that one time, Dave? It wasn't that. I can't remember what it was, but Dave thought this was having sex.
Something right. And then I changed it to that, yeah.
Right, yeah, I'm so proud of him. But, no, I've never heard of called a soaker.
I can't believe I'm doing this, but if you have this, and you're on the bed, and you're just soaking, and you're saying shake it, that's only doing this.
Okay, so the guy's on the bottom, and she's sitting upright. What if they're both laying down on top of each other?
Right.
And you shake the bed like this?
But you're on top of each other, so you're kind of just doing this.
I mean, okay. I mean, listen, this is one of the weirdest workouts I've ever heard for the trigger on the bottom. But I guess, hey, listen, if I was Arnold Schwarzenegger, Arnold back in the day, he said, every day I'm humping and bumping. These days I'm doing the humping and the bumping and the bumping and the humping. It is the greatest workout of all time. And I guess if you're a Quaker, you need to be a Quaker. You can be doing your arms if you want. You turn it the other way. You work your triceps, your biceps, you work your deltoids. It's very good for you. No, I've never heard of soaking.
Yeah. Nope. But now that you know about it.
Yeah, now I'm gonna buy a bunk bed, Dave. The price of bunk beds is really expensive out there.
Bro, if I come out there
it was Utah?
I think it was Utah, somewhere out there. So, but if I come over there in October and you have...
I'm building a fucking bunk bed.
If you have a bunk bed, I'm turning around and going back out.
The podcast room is my guest room also, and that's where Dave sleeps. I'm building a goddamn bunk bed up in here. No, I'm not, because Dave will try and be the Quaker or something. No, I'm not. That's terrible. It's horrifying and scary on so many levels. It's not sex. It's not sex if we don't move. How did you get it in the first place? I'm just saying, there's some flaws in this system.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it depends on your view on what actual intercourse is.
The better way to do it, Dave, is to be up against the wall and try and pull out and get stuck and go back in and get stuck and go back in and get stuck and go back in and get stuck and go back in. And it finally fell out. Okay.
Oh, man. The things you learn on doing a podcast.
Welcome to Shooting It Straight. I hope those who watched the whole episode enjoyed. I hope you go back and tell the ones who didn't. You really missed out, because soaking is the new, I don't know what you call it, because it's just not right. It's absurd. But no, I've never heard of it. But now you know, and that's what this show is all about: having fun and learning about life. Mm-hmm. Super Soaker. That's what this name was. Anyway. If you can, send us your questions, shootingitstraightwdc@gmail.com. Hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. If you have, beautiful, tell a friend, hit the bell for notifications, bing, and this way you know when we're doing a live show. Dave and I still have to discuss a little more details on when we're doing that, but we're going to be doing that soon, next month also.
Sometime next month.
Or this month, I should say, possibly tail end of this month. But again, send in your questions, and then you'll find out what Donnie C really thinks about shooting it straight with you. Thanks, you're cool. Catch you later.
Peace, everybody.